The year 1987 was one that was full of scandal, from sports to church televangelists, and even politicians running for president. The year also brought us new television programming that would introduce us to a family that would become a cultural phenomenon. By the middle of October, the entire country would also be holding their breath as a baby named Jessica became the focus of a rescue effort in Midland, Texas. To start out the year, on January 13th, 7 top New York City Mafia bosses, including the heads of New York City's 5 families, were sentenced to 100 years in prison each. They were indicted by U.S. Attorney Rudy Giuliani under the Racketeer-Influenced and Corrupt Organizations Act on charges that included extortion, labor racketeering, and even murder. On February 4th, the United States regained yachting's most prized trophy when Dennis Conner's Stars and Stripes, representing the San Diego Yacht Club, won the America's Cup sailing race. The victory, won in a 4-0 sweep, was sweet because Conner lost the cup in 1983 and became the first American to lose it in 132 years. On February 25th, the NCAA suspended the SMU football program for the 1987 season for repeated rules violations. The most serious violation was the maintenance of a slush fund used for under-the-table payments to players and their families to entice them to come to SMU to play. The sanctions were the most severe handed down by the NCAA against a major college football program. On March 19th, televangelist Jim Bakker resigned amid financial irregularities within his TV ministry and rape allegations by his secretary, Jessica Hahn. Between 1974 and 1987, Bakker hosted the television program The PTL Club with his wife, Tammy Faye Bakker. On April 5th, the Fox network made its primetime debut with the pilot episode of Married with Children and The Tracy Ullman Show. A couple of weeks later, on April 19th, the first short of The Simpsons was shown on The Tracy Ullman Show, marking the debut of the longest-running cartoon on television. On May 29th, Twilight Zone the movie director, John Landis, was found innocent of involuntary manslaughter in the death of actor Vic Morrow and 2 child actors during the filming of the 1982 movie. The accident occurred when a hovering helicopter crashed due to a mortar effect on the ground that blew the tail rotor off. The helicopter came down on top of the actors, killing them instantly. On June 12th, during a visit to Berlin, Germany, President Ronald Reagan challenged Soviet Union leader Mikhail Gorbachev to tear down the Berlin Wall, which was a symbol of the repressive communist era in a divided Germany. President Reagan declared to a West Berlin crowd, "There is one sign the Soviets can make that would be unmistakable, that would advance dramatically the cause of freedom and peace. Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall." On July 14th, Greyhound bus lines bought out Trailways lines for $80 million, which effectively made them into a national bus service. Also on July 14th, Lieutenant Colonel Oliver North concluded 6 days of congressional testimony in the Iran-Contra affair. North admitted that he had misled Congress and defended his actions by stating that he believed in the goal of aiding the Contras. Oliver North would later be charged and convicted for his role. On August 16th, Northwest Airlines Flight 255 crashed on takeoff from Detroit Metropolitan Airport in Michigan. The crash killed everyone on board, except for one child. A 4-year-old girl named Cecilia was the only survivor in the crash that killed 155 others on board. One of those killed was basketball center Nick Vanos of the Phoenix Suns. August 21st brought us the premiere of the film Dirty Dancing. The low-budget movie set in the summer of 1963 at a resort located in the Catskills starred Patrick Swayze as a bad boy dance instructor named Johnny, and Jennifer Grey as a resort guest named Baby, who turns into his dance partner. The movie became a surprise hit that included one of the most popular soundtracks of the time. On September 9th, Democratic presidential contender Gary Hart, who had recently suspended his campaign, admitted to Ted Koppel on the news show Nightline that he had been unfaithful to his wife. Hart had been hounded by the media about his relationship with Donna Rice, a woman who was photographed by the National Enquirer sitting on his lap while on a boat trip to the Bahamas. On September 29th, the ABC television show 30-something first aired. The drama series about a group of close-knit baby boomer friends featured an ensemble cast of sensitive and introspective characters, and it also introduced a new kind of hour-long drama series that dealt with the relationships of friends. From October 14th through the 16th, the entire United States was caught up in a drama that unfolded in Midland, Texas. 18-month-old baby Jessica McClure fell down a small well in her aunt's backyard. The ensuing rescue and drama leading to her being freed was national news and lasted 58 hours until rescuers were able to free the little girl. On November 22nd, an unidentified person hijacked 2 television station signals in Chicago, Illinois, and broadcast video of themselves wearing a Max Headroom mask. The video included distorted audio and a corrugated metal panel swiveling in the background to mimic Max Headroom's geometric background effect. The video ended with the person being spanked by a woman with a fly swatter before normal programming resumed. The culprit was never caught or positively ID'd. On December 14th, the first ever Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cartoon premiered in syndication, starting off with the first 4 episodes. The show helped launch the characters into mainstream popularity and became one of the most popular animated series in television history. To finish out the year, on December 22nd, Motley Crue bassist Nikki Sixx overdosed on heroin. After being clinically dead for 2 minutes, he woke up in an ambulance with 2 syringes sticking out of his chest, where paramedics had injected him with adrenaline. With the news of his overdose, it was falsely reported that he had died, but instead the acclaimed bassist was released from the hospital and wandered shirtless into the parking lot, where 2 crying fans found him and gave him a ride home.